Welcome, everyone, to this deep dive into the world of childhood deceptions. Have you ever paused to think about those little white lies your parents spun just to keep things running smoothly? You know, the ones that shaped how we saw the world, made us behave, or simply got us out of their hair for a moment? Today, we're unpacking 8 classic fibs that moms and dads everywhere pulled on us kids. These aren't just random tales, they're the sneaky tactics that turned everyday parenting into a masterclass in psychology. We'll count them down from number 8 to the top spot, exploring why they worked so well, what the real story is, and how they still linger in our minds like that one song you can't shake. Picture yourself back in those innocent days, wide-eyed and gullible. As we relive these moments with a fresh twist, grab a snack, settle in, and let's unravel the myths that made our childhoods both hilarious and a tad traumatic. Starting strong with number 8, the "we're ditching you" warning. Imagine this. You're a tiny 5-year-old, lost in the wonder of a bustling toy store. The shelves tower like colorful skyscrapers, and there, gleaming under the fluorescent lights, sits the ultimate prize, a brand new action hero figure that promises endless adventures. Your fingers itch to grab it, your mind races with epic battles to come. But then, slicing through the air like a thunderclap, comes the phrase that freezes your blood. All right, we're heading out without you. Panic surges through you like electricity. Your little legs pump furiously as you dash after your family, heart pounding as if you're escaping a monster in a nightmare. It's a scene straight out of a thriller movie, isn't it? But here's the kicker, this wasn't just a spur-of-the-moment snap. It was a deliberate strategy, sharper than any spy's playbook. Parents wielded this threat like a secret weapon, knowing it would light a fire under us faster than anything else. The idea of being left behind in that vast, unfamiliar store? Terrifying. It tapped into our deepest fears of separation, making us bolt like Olympians in training wheels. And the wildest part? No parent ever followed through. Can you picture it, a mom shrugging at the checkout and saying, little Sammy was dawdling. He's part of the store inventory now? Nope, never happened. History books aren't filled with tales of abandoned kids roaming Walmart aisles forever. Yet, we fell for it hook, line, and sinker, every single time. It was as if there was some underground parent convention where they all high-fived and decided, let's spice up shopping trips with a dash of emotional drama. Fast forward to adulthood, and that echo still haunts us. Hear someone mutter, "I'm outta here," and your pulse quickens just a bit, doesn't it? Like a reflex you can't unlearn. Worse yet, some of us are passing it on to our own little ones, keeping the tradition alive in grocery stores and malls worldwide. It's a loop of clever coercion, wrapped in the everyday chaos of family life. But think about it. In a way, it taught us urgency, right? That split-second decision-making that helps in real-world hustles. Still, next time you're tempted to use it, maybe opt for a gentler nudge unless you want your kid therapy-bound, joking about their abandonment issues from the toy aisle saga. Moving on to something a bit sweeter, or should I say, colder. Number 7, the phantom empty ice cream van. Picture a scorching summer day when you're around 7, kicking a ball in the yard under a sun that feels like it's cranked to broil. Sweat beads on your forehead, the grass tickles your bare feet, and life is pure, uncomplicated joy. Then, like a siren song from a fairy tale, that tinkling melody drifts in the ice cream truck's jingle, promising frozen delights that could cool down even the hottest afternoon. Excitement bubbles up. You race indoors, eyes wide, pleading with mom for a few coins to chase that sugary dream. But instead of agreement, you get the devastating blow. Sweetie, when the truck plays its tune, it means they've run out of treats. Your world crumbles. No popsicle, no cone, just disappointment melting faster than ice in the heat. This fib was a stroke of genius, wasn't it? Parents everywhere used it to dodge the daily demand for desserts without seeming like the bad guy. The music, which was actually the truck's way of shouting, "Come and get it. We're stocked and ready," became a signal of scarcity in our young minds. It flipped the script entirely, turning an invitation into a rejection. Generations of children grew up with this backward logic wired in, missing out on who knows how many chocolate-dipped bars or fruity freezes. Instead of outright denying us, parents positioned themselves as consolers, offering hugs while we sulked over the sold-out symphony. Uncover the reality, and it's almost comical. Those cheerful chimes are pure marketing magic, designed to draw us in like moths to a flame. Your folks just weren't in the mood to fund another round of brain freezes that day. But oh, the long-term effects. Flash forward to your 30s, hearing that familiar ditty, and a wave of nostalgia mixed with regret washes over you. All those potential summer memories, lost to a clever dodge. It's like realizing you've been humming the anthem of missed opportunities. And in some neighborhoods, this tale evolved. Maybe it was the music means they're closing up or only for big kids. Whatever the variation, it left us with a soundtrack tied to deprivation rather than delight. So, next time that van rolls by, treat yourself, make up for lost cones, and rewrite your own ending to this frosty fable, shifting gears to something a little more illuminated. Number 6. The forbidden car interior glow. Envision a family road trip at dusk, the sky painting itself in deep blues and purples as streetlights flicker to life. You're in the back seat, boredom creeping in, so you flick on that small overhead light, the dome light, to dive into a comic book or sketch a masterpiece. But before you can even turn a page, a stern voice from the front seat booms. Switch that off this instant. It's against the law. Fear grips you. Visions of police sirens and handcuffs dance in your head. You slam it off, plunging back into darkness, heart racing like you've just evaded a heist. This was parental exaggeration at its finest, a outright fabrication that convinced us turning on a car light was akin to committing a felony. Truth be told, there's no statute anywhere in the U.S. that bans driving with interior lights on, not in bustling cities or quiet countrysides. Parents invented this rule to keep things safe, but instead of explaining, they went for the scare tactic, and while the legal bit was bogus, they weren't entirely off base about the risk. Those bright bulbs could dazzle like a spotlight in a cave, cutting down the driver's night vision by a good chunk. Imagine navigating a highway while half-blinded, like wearing shades in a blackout. It worked wonders, didn't it? We treated that switch like a doomsday button, flipping it off with the urgency of disarming a bomb. The lie spread like wildfire, gaslighting kids into compliance without question. Even now, as adults behind the wheel, many of us instinctively react when a passenger hits the light. A knee-jerk no escapes before logic kicks in. It's embedded, like muscle memory from a lifetime of conditioned caution. But let's give credit where due. It probably prevented a few fender benders. Still, wouldn't a simple "it makes it harder to see the road" have sufficed? Ah, the shortcuts of parenting. Next time you're tempted to echo this myth, pause and share the real why. Turn education into the light that guides, not frightens. Now for a lie that got downright earthy. Number 5. The ear garden potato scare. Recall those bath time battles when you're a squirmy youngster, dodging the washcloth like it's your arch nemesis. Mom or dad zeroes in on the spots you forgot, and with a dramatic flair, warns, if you skip scrubbing behind those ears, potatoes are going to sprout right there. Your imagination runs wild, tiny green shoots emerging like alien antennas, turning you into a walking vegetable patch. Horror. You'd scrub furiously, fearing playground mockery or worse, a lifetime as the kid with spud accessories. This quirky caution wasn't some isolated family quirk. It was a worldwide ploy to enforce cleanliness. Adults knew lectures on germs would bounce off our kid brains like rubber balls. But the threat of farming produce on your body? That stuck. It painted a vivid, nightmarish picture showing up to class with tubers budding out. Social doom sealed quicker than a potato sack race. Some crafty parents amped it up, discovering a fake sprout during inspections, complete with gasps and props for effect. Variations popped up globally. In some places, it was carrots from unclean navels or beans in unwashed toes. The core idea? Make hygiene horrifyingly tangible. And it succeeded, turning routine chores into quests against veggie invasions. Reflect on it now, and it's absurdly funny. Our bodies aren't soil plots waiting to bloom. But that imagery lingered, didn't it? Even as grown-ups, a quick ear check in the mirror might trigger a faint echo of potato panic. It's a testament to how creative scares can outlast facts. So, while we laugh, remember, good habits stuck, even if born from baloney. Maybe share a milder version with your own crew. Turn bath time into a fun adventure, sans the farm fresh fears. Drawing off from that one, let's tackle a soggy superstition. Number 4. The damp locks disease deception. You're rushing out the door on a chilly morning, hair still dripping from the shower like a fresh rainstorm. Before you can step outside, parental radar activates. Hold it! You'll snag a nasty cold if you go out like that. Guilt and worry flood in. You imagine sniffles and sneezes ambushing you for your haste. Towel in hand, you dry off, convinced wet strands are a one-way ticket to Sickville. But peel back the layers, and this is pure myth-making. Colds come from viruses sneaking in through handshakes or doorknobs, not from soggy hairstyles. Whether your mane is drenched, styled, or wild, those germs don't discriminate. The winter spike in illnesses? Blame it on us huddling indoors, swapping bugs like trading cards at recess. This tale transcended borders in Korea. Wet hair supposedly rots your mind. In Russia, it summons spooky forces. Here, it's just a recipe for the sniffles. Clever, right? Parents dished out this quick-fix wisdom to encourage prep time, dodging the science lesson. It was efficient, if inaccurate, like a drive-through diagnosis. And boy, did it embed deep. Many of us still hesitate at the door with damp hair, a twinge of unease persisting despite knowing better. It's the power of repeated folklore, wiring our brains with cautionary code. Think of it as legacy software from childhood OS. Next time, embrace the facts, bundle up for the cold, but let your hair air dry guilt-free. After all, life's too short for hair-based health horrors. Curling up to our next entry. Number 3. The magical bread edge hair trick. At the dinner table, you're eyeing that sandwich, plotting to ditch the crusty borders for the soft center. But mom chimes in with a sparkle. Finish those edges, they'll give you gorgeous curly locks. Visions of bouncy ringlets dance in your head. You chomp down on the tough bits, dreaming of movie star hair. One more bite, and poof, transformation complete. This was manipulation artistry, convincing us dry bread was a beauty elixir. It crossed oceans, with parents promising waves where there were none. We nibbled away, hoping for Shirley Temple vibes, while curly-haired pals might have begged off, claiming overload. The irony? Science later revealed crusts pack antioxidants galore 8 times more than the fluffy inside. So, the lie accidentally nudged us toward nutrition, even as it dangled false hair hopes. Genetics, not grains, dictate your due, but the fib was persuasive. Adults today sometimes ponder if skimping on crusts explains their straight strands like wishing on a loaf. It's endearing, this lingering whimsy. Parents turned waste into wonder, making meals memorable. If you're sharing tables now, maybe spin a new yarn. Crusts build super strength. Keep the spirit, ditch the deceit. Almost to the top, let's floor this one. Number 2. The quick, pick-up germ grace period. Snack time turns chaotic. Your cookie tumbles to the ground. Quick as a flash, you snatch it up, chanting, 5-second rule, and pop it in your mouth, assured it's safe if rescued swiftly. Parents nodded along, endorsing this invisible timer that kept bacteria at bay. Reality check. Microbes don't clock. Watch. Studies show they swarm instantly, turning your treat into a petri dish party. Wet foods? Even worse, like inviting germs to a splash bash. Floors harbor shoe-tracked nasties from parks to public restrooms, reuniting on your fallen feast. No 5-second shield exists. It's a myth that let us salvage snacks without full fallout. Yet, it comforted us, didn't it? A buffer against loss in a germy world. Parents likely adopted it for peace, ignoring the science. Now, knowing better, we might still invoke it half-jokingly. But for hygiene's sake, perhaps let that nugget go unless you're feeling adventurous. Life's full of calculated risks. But floor food? Maybe pass. And finally, the crown jewel of KidCons. Number 1. The Forgetful fish folklore. Your goldfish swims in its bowl, a shimmering companion in a watery world. But parents quip, don't worry if it seems bored, goldfish only remember for 3 seconds. You tap the glass, figuring it's looping in eternal now. No grudges held. Utter nonsense, born perhaps from guilt over cramped quarters. Research reveals goldfish as brainy swimmers. They retain info for months, master mazes, learn routines, and spot their feeders. Some even kick mini soccer balls underwater. Smarter than we gave credit, outpacing foggy humans on key hunts. That 3-second myth let us off the hook for neglect, but these finned friends likely noted our oversights. The one you sent to the farm, or flushed? It might have recalled the farewell. Eye-opening, huh? It flips the script. Maybe we're the forgetful ones. Treat pets with respect. Their memories run deeper than tales suggest. Phew, what a journey through the fibs that formed us. These stories remind us how parents blended love with a pinch of trickery to navigate the wilds of raising kids. If any of these hit home or sparked a memory of your own parental ploys, drop a comment below sharing your favorites. I'd love to hear them, and maybe feature some in a future video. Don't forget to hit that like button if you chuckled or nodded along, and share this with a friend who needs a nostalgia nudge. Thanks for watching, and catch you in the next one.